Hello there. Thanks for joining me. This is our tripod press stretch class. The tripod press series starts from bear into the kick through, into the tripod press, and then you repeat and reverse. For this class, we'll use a block, and if you don't have a block, you can use a rolled up towel. We have to open up our hips and our pelvis along with opening up our chest to counter the bear pose. So turn on your music, turn your music up. This class doesn't come with music, and let's get going. We'll start laying down on our back. Place the block over your head on the back side of your mat. Lay all the way down and just windshield wipe your knees side to side. This class is specifically designed as a recovery after you have completed all of the tripod press classes, or each one individually. Keep your breath steady and slow throughout this whole class. Twist. Drop your knees to the right and hold here. Place your hands on your belly. You want lower than the belly button and spread your fingers wide. On your inhale, feel your belly fill and push your ab muscles out and away. On your exhale, contract your ab muscles and pull them back in. You want to do deep belly breathing to relieve all in through your hip. If you can, stack your right ankle on top of the left knee to add a little bit of weight, which increases the stretch in your left glute. Feel your belly expand with each inhale and compress with each exhale. Focus on a 4-count exhale. Your inhale will happen automatically. Release. Inhale to lift legs to the other side. And breathe here, focusing the breath lower towards your hips. For a deeper twist, stack your left ankle on top of the right knee. Hip raise. On your next inhale, release your legs and lift your knees to center. Place your hands on the mat by your hips and walk your heels in until you can tickle them with your fingertips. Drive down through the arms and the heels, lift your hips into a bridge position, and then articulate your spine, rolling down one vertebrae at a time all the way to the bottom. Tilt the pelvis to press up, and then roll your spine down and come to neutral spine at the bottom. Exhale, press. Inhale for a breath, and then exhale, roll down. Each time you lift your hips up, you start by activating the hamstrings and pressing the heels down and in towards your glutes. Twist. Roll your hips down, straighten your right leg, bend your left knee, and drape it across the body. Place your right hand on top of the knee to deepen the twist. We start here with both shoulder blades touching the floor. Your eyes look away from your legs. Your knee will hover off the ground, probably at hip height. Your pressure with your hand is very gentle, and every exhale, add a little bit more firmness. The side of your left glute should feel the stretch. Can you actively press down with your right leg and calf? On your inhale, come up, place your both feet on the mat, extend the left leg, bend the right knee, drape the right knee across the body, and eyes look away. It is important that your shoulder blades are touching the floor for this first twist. Your right knee will hover off the ground. Your left hand will add a little pressure with every exhale. Right glute feels the stretch. You're focused on a 4-count exhale. Hip raise. Inhale, legs come back to center, both feet on the floor with knees bent. Walk your heels in so you can tickle them with your fingertips. Grab the block and place it in between your thighs. First, activate the inner thighs and squeeze the block. Then press your hips up. On your exhale, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Inhale to prepare, squeeze the block, hips lift, pause, and then roll down one vertebrae at a time. Each time you lift your hips, you activate the inner thighs first, then the hamstrings by pushing through the heels and dragging the heels towards your glutes. Each time you roll down, it's slow, one vertebrae at a time. Hips are last. Twist. Remove the block and place it up and over your head. Straighten your right leg and keep your left knee bent. Drape your left knee across the body and catch it with your right hand. Now roll all the way over onto your right shoulder. Your left arm extends. On an inhale, you twist and your eyes follow your fingertips until you feel tension. And then on your exhale, you release and sink into the twist. Hold your breath. Roll back onto the shoulder. Inhale, arm arcs over until you feel the tension, and then exhale, sink into the twist. Hold your breath at your exhale. Roll over onto the shoulder. Inhale, eyes follow fingers across the body. Stop where you feel tension, and then exhale, allow yourself to completely relax. So this twist is slightly different. We move with our breath to add a deeper sensation, and your knee is glued to the floor the whole time. Release, and we roll to the other side. Left leg straight, right knee bent, right knee drapes across the body, all the way down to the floor. Your left hand presses against the right knee to keep it down. You're on your left shoulder, eyes follow right fingers across the body, pause where you feel tension, and then exhale, sink into it. Hold your breath, turn back. Eyes follow the fingers across the body as you inhale, pause when you feel tension, and then exhale, relax into it. Each inhale, your eyes follow your fingers across the body, and you'll feel a tightness where you can't extend and twist any further. That's where you pause. Release your exhale all the way for a 4 count, and your whole body will sink into the twist deeper. This works on really opening up your chest. Release. Roll all the way back onto your back for a hip flexor stretch. Grab the block up over your head. Bring it to center And then find the tip of your tailbone. It's the very top of your butt crack. Place the block right under your tailbone and extend your right leg only. Breathe here. Place your hands on the lower part of your belly. Each inhale, the belly rises. And for a count of 4, exhale, the belly pulls back and contracts. Your focus is on your exhale for a count of 4. The inhale will be automatic. You should be on the lowest side of your block. If you feel confident, bring your left knee into your chest and catch it with both hands. Hug your knee around the side of the rib cage and breathe. When you're ready, release the left foot to the floor, bend your right knee, and then we switch. Your left leg extends, your right leg is bent. Hands to the lower belly, 4 count exhale. Inhale, the belly rises and expands, and then exhale, contracts. Bring your right knee into your chest, catch it with both hands, move the knee around the side of the rib cage, and breathe here. Last few breaths. Release your right knee and place your right foot on the floor. Bend your left knee and place your left foot on the floor. Lift your hips, remove the block. Place the block up overhead. Before our next bridge, separate your feet wide to the edges of the mat. Turn your knees in towards each other and let them lean against each other. We're internally rotating the femur, which expands the lower back. Now, knees separate, hip distance apart, feet walk in, lift your hips into bridge, and interlace all 10 fingers behind your back. Shrug your shoulder blades under and drive down with your knuckles. Your legs are just as active as your arms. Move your chin away from your chest. Release your hands, slowly roll your hips down, feet apart and knees together to recover. We'll do this 2 more times. You'll have the option of doing a full wheel. Let's set it up. Feet hip distance apart, knees hip distance apart. Hips lift, interlace all 10 fingers behind your back. Shrug your shoulder blades under. Press down with the knuckles firmly. Draw the heels in. Glutes and hamstrings flex. Option to rise to your tippy toes. Chin moves away from the chest. Release the hands and roll your spine down 1 vertebrae at a time. Separate the feet and knees lean against each other. You have one last back bend. You can follow along, or you can go for a full wheel. Let's set it up with feet hip distance apart, knees hip distance apart, fingertips tickle heels. Lift the hips, interlace all 10 fingers behind the back, shrug the shoulders under, drive down through the arms, and hold. You can rise up to tippy toes again, or you can extend the left leg to the sky. Press down firmly with the right leg. Activate the right glute. Switch feet, keep your hips up. Right leg lifts. Right foot down and roll spine down. Separate your feet. Press your knees against each other. Maybe place your hands on your belly and breathe. Hip flexor stretch. This is our last hip flexor stretch. We'll use the block. Find the tip of your tailbone, right at the top of your butt crack, place the block underneath, and extend both legs. Close your eyes and breathe here. Every exhale is a count of 4. The inhale will happen automatically. Last few breaths. And we'll move on to a chest stretch. Roll all the way over to the right side, off the block to remove it. Place the block in between your shoulder blades. You want the block to be vertical north and south. Place the block down low in between the bottom of your shoulder blades. When you lay across the top of it, your head will come down to the floor and your arms will rest wide by your side. Breathe here. For a deeper stretch, bend your arms like cactus arms, elbows bent, with hands by the sides of your head. Last few breaths. Knee circles. Roll all the way over to the right side off the block. Remove it up and out of the way. Place your hands on the top of your kneecaps with knees touching and make small circles in one direction and small circles in the other direction, massaging your lower spine tailbone down into the ground. Rock up a few times to come to a comfortable seated position. Roll your shoulders up by your ears and exhale to press them away. Do 3 rolls back and then 3 rolls forward. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed your tripod stretch class. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.